Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back virtually once again. Welcome once again to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I am one of your hosts, as always, Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by the very famous and talented, I don't care what he says, Mr. Tarek Lewis. Tarek, welcome.
Wow, I'm famous now too.
Yes,
That's awesome.
that's right, because you're on the show.
So
That's it.
upgraded.
That's it.
Hmm.
How you doing, sir? Good?
You're doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, good. We're waiting for the mystery man Joey Franchize to join us,
Yeah.
and we're gonna run down all those scoops. We're gonna do like a fire, like a speed date kind of thing. I'm gonna say, what do you think
Rapid
about this
succession.
headline? Well, yeah, rapid succession headline
Yeah.
to get his opinion on it in rapid succession. That's what we're gonna do. Catch up
Yeah.
when he joins the show. So how you been, man? What you been watching? We're still technically in a half quarantine world. So what you watching?
Man, I can't tell you. I don't know if we talked about it last time. I've watched Justice League Dark over and over again. Apocalypse.
Oh, I need to
I've been
watch. Don't tell me nothing
yeah.
about it. I need to watch it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah. I just started today because I have HBO Max.
Yeah.
So now I have some of this DC stuff. So I just started doing Doom Patrol.
Oh yeah. Is the new season out yet, or they're just teasing the new season?
And not on HBO Max yet. No.
Okay. That's gonna go to CW too, or I'm all confused because now they put things out. They either it's on Universe or it's on DC Universe, or it's gonna be on HBO Max, or it's gonna be on TV on the CW. So now I'm all confused what they're gonna do.
My understanding is that Doom Patrol is going to be on HBO Max. HBO Max.
Man, that's messed up, man. All the people who
Yeah.
subscribe to DC Universe already ain't gonna get.
Yeah,
Doom Patrol.
it's a wrap on them, man.
Oh man, what is Time Warner doing, man? I don't know.
They're trying to get right.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
well, we talked. I believe we talked about it last show. Did we talk about it last show?
What's that?
We talked about.
Time Warner?
Yeah, we talked about DC in general. DC. Well, DC first off. Probably the topic I didn't talk to you about because I did a show by myself last week.
Okay.
A real quickie one. But DC actually, the distributor, the comic book, they eliminated Diamond Distributors. If you ever worked in a comic book store before, Diamond Distributors is like the monopoly of distributing comic books in the game. You know what I mean? For comic book
Yeah.
retailers or mom and pop shops. So in this time that we went through with the COVID, or we're still going through, should I say, DC has eliminated Diamond as their distributor, and they're going with the other distributors that they started using when Diamond stopped distributing because of the COVID. So, but now they made it official. Like I said, July. Like you can't get any more back issues from Diamond. You got to order from the other distributors. So they have multiple distributors now for the graphic novel, and another distributor for the actual issues, the weekly issues and stuff like that. And I believe another distributor for like apparel and other things. So go ahead and
Okay.
chime in on that. You're a businessman. You know how the kind of the retail world works a little bit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and chime in on that.
I think that makes sense, man. It's like the customization thing. It's like how do we make money in this changing environment?
Right.
So I know some consumers may be mad about it. If you want it, you'll go get it.
Right.
And I'm not mad at them on the business side for doing that.
So do you think the mom and pop stores will suffer because now they have to do deals with other distributors? I remember back in the day I used to work for Blockbuster Games. Remember that? In Tampa Bay Mall?
Yeah.
Remember that, Tarek?
Mm-hmm.
So Blockbuster Games, near the end of Blockbuster's life, started getting abandoned by corporate. So they pretty much gave us a blank checkbook to reach out to distributors and get the stuff that we wanted. So that's when we went crazy and we started getting the anime in there. We started getting the Japanese games, the import games, and all that stuff. We started going wild, and we were actually doing well. But I remember that it was like you had to put like up money, like you had to put like a certain amount of money up front. You had to show you had the credit. The business had to show you had the credit.
The retailers did.
Yeah, so like Blockbuster Games, because we're a corporate, of course they had the credit, right? But still, you had to prove that you can pay these bills. And back in the day, it was like a quarterly or something like that, like whatever we ordered, and then we paid it quarterly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know if the mom and pops can do that.
I think retailers, the mom and pops, are going to be hurting regardless. I think it's just a changing nature of all industries. Now, hopefully, there'll be some a market for people who are like want the purity of it. You know what I mean? And just to support, but financially, but that means that the mom and pops are going to have to charge a little more premium. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Well, they have those hard prices that are on the back of those books, especially the graphic novels. They say like this graphic novel is $29.99. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they could charge.
They
more
say that about Arizona iced tea too. Supposed to be 99 cents. I paid at least $1.50 for a couple of them cans.
You see, this is what happens when you walk into Circle K. They get you.
Yeah.
Oh man, did you see the reveal, the big reveal that PlayStation had for PlayStation 5? Did you see that? Did you catch up on it at all? Did you?
I saw the console.
Yeah. Do you see how it looked? What do you think about it? Oh, hold on.
I actually like the way it looked. It looks exactly like an Xbox. It kind of looks like they were like, let's make a hybrid Xbox situation.
Oh wow! Welcome to Mr. Joey Franchize, who is live in the Zoom chat. Joey, can you hear us? Testing 1, 2, 3.
His audio doesn't seem to connect yet.
Yeah, we'll give him a second to get it right. But go ahead, keep telling me about the PlayStation. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I do like the look. I've always been a PlayStation guy. It'll be really hard for me to switch off of it, even though I still only have a 3.
Yeah.
I think the 5 is something I would definitely buy.
Dang, you're still on 3, Tarek?
Still on 3.
Man.
I'm still on 3, man.
What did I just walk into?
I'm still.
I walk into Tarek having a PS3 and still playing the PS3.
Yeah, bro. It's a real thing.
It's my Bluetooth player. It functions as my Bluetooth player.
Hey,
I need to play
there's
Bluetooth.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Welcome to Mr.
Wild.
Joey Franchize. We're going to catch Joey Franchize up on everything. First off, Mr. Joey Franchize, would you like to talk about your experience? I know publicly, if you'd like to share that here on the podcast. I don't know if you would like to or not. That's up to you.
Yeah. That's not a problem. I tested positive for COVID-19 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
This same time 2 weeks ago, I knew something was off. So
wow.
Being back ever since everything reopened, being back, doing venues that were doing the phase 1 and phase 2. So first it was 25%, 50%. Was feeling good during all those times. DJing these events.
Mm-hmm.
But then, also I will say that I was maybe a bit naive to this situation a little bit. Just not masking up as much as possible. I might have felt like, oh, well, since everything's slowly reopening again, maybe, we flattened the curve.
Right.
But apparently that wasn't the case. Was feeling off, like I said, 2 weeks ago. Gonna got tested the following day because I lost a sense of taste and smell. And that's honestly I understand there's a lot of worse symptoms, but somebody who, loves to eat as much as I do and enjoys coffee as much as I do, it sucks,
Wow.
So that happened. Since then, I've been just doing my radio show on Wild 94.1 from home here, sending in, my show.
Right.
It was cool. I've been feeling fine ever since. I haven't had any, symptoms.
You haven't been hospitalized at all?
No.
Your experience was mild then, would you say?
Very mild. The only symptom like I said before, was loss of taste and smell, but I've gotten that back.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're doing well and you're recovering. And so when do you plan on being back? When's your 14 days up?
14 days up is on Wednesday.
Nice.
Okay.
Are you going to give it a little time? Maybe come back Monday, or are you just going to pop in right away?
Hopefully. So I'm gonna test again. A friend of my girl and me is she's a nurse over at Tampa General.
All right.
And she said we should probably get tested twice.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'll do a test on Wednesday.
You can do the rapid
see what
one.
the results are, and then do another one afterwards.
There's a rapid test, I believe. That you
can
do. Yeah. So, Mr. Joy Franchize, you've been gone for like a month, probably multiple months. So this is your massive catch-up, okay? Because there was a bunch of scoops that were dropped by the insider Mikey Sutton, who exciting news, guys, exciting news. I have contacted Mikey Sutton, and I will be sharing an exclusive scoop only to Geek Culture Congress here on our podcast feed, not on the Checkpoint XP because we only go live on Monday. We'll talk about it Monday, but on July 4th, I will be sharing on our Facebook, our podcast feed, on the YouTube, everything that we have that other than Geek Culture, than the Checkpoint XP. It'll be on the Wild 94.1 website. It'll be on the 92.5 Maxable website. Exclusive scoop, Marvel Cinematic Universe scoop, July 4th. I will be one of many podcasts, or actually we will be one of many podcasts who will be sharing this massive scoop that will be dropping on July 4th. So
I hope it involves seeing Black Widow a little bit early.
I don't know. All I see is a lot of teasers of like Miles Morales kind of Spider-Man logos. Yeah. He is sharing more, and we're gonna talk about something new that he dropped recently, which is actually about Alpha Flight. I know you like the X-Men stuff, Mr. Joey Franchize and Mr. Tarek Lewis. So this is exciting times for y'all. All right, so this is a speed round, okay? Tarek, you're with me, right? Everything that we talked about like 2 weeks ago. Tarek?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, yeah, is he? I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
Are we going over that stuff again?
Yeah, well, real quick, just for Joey. I was going to grab his opinions about stuff because I want him to be on the same page because we're kind of moving fast. And we dropped a lot that one day. Remember, we did like almost an hour and a half, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right, Joey.
Yo.
Speed round, okay? The Snyder Cut. How you feel about it?
Didn't I tell you guys this was going to happen?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, our insider said too.
Yeah, it's great. And I don't know if you guys caught the teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Just quick clip of Wonder Woman seeing the art of Darkseid, but then also Darkseid popping up in that actual big war scene.
Yeah.
From when Wonder Woman is explaining, the mother boxes and all that.
Right.
So that's cool. I'm excited.
I'm down, man. I'm excited. I am excited about that. All right, so next thing, Superman back as Henry Cavill. How you feel about that?
On point. Why not?
He's gonna be kind of. They think that he's gonna be like a floating in character, kind of like the way Hulk is right now.
It makes sense right now while the DCEU tries to figure out, how they're going about the whole universe with, Batman being out of the picture, Ben Affleck's Batman being out of the picture, and this Robert Pattinson one not being
but is Ben Affleck's Batman out of the picture though? Because he's
that's a good question. Hard. I wonder if I think this changes the narrative of where where like Ben Affleck is gonna be within this whole universe. He left because he felt like he couldn't deliver, or what have you. So many different reasons. He was going through personal stuff.
Yeah.
So this, I think, will probably re-energize him, and I think put him back. I don't think he'll have his own standalone Batman, but I think he'll be back to reprise Batman in another future Justice League movie.
Wow. I think so. We'll see.
Just to clarify, Robert Pattinson's Batman set in the past.
I think so.
Right.
I think so. And then there's something else we need to talk about that Robert Pattinson because he apparently also another scoop. That Batman movie is going to introduce another Joker. Joey, how you feel about that?
I'm excited as long as it's Johnny Depp.
That's a lot of money, man. I don't know if Warner Brothers got all that money.
I mean, but you gotta think about it. Like, there's no really huge name actors in these in the Batman movie. I mean, Zoe Kravitz is solid.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's all right. He's solid. I think he's like at this point B-list. At one point, he was like a big A-list guy.
Yeah.
And Robert Pattinson, I think, is on the cusp of being A-list. But I think it'll add more, oomph to the franchise. You get somebody like Johnny Depp, and I think with him being like as complex as he is as a human being,
right,
to play a complex character like Joker.
When is the last time we've seen Johnny Depp in something? Has it been since Pirates?
Was it Pirates?
Yeah, Pirates.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in anything in a while. So it won't be like we'll be tired of him, and we'll be, he can definitely bring something in. No, he did the sequel to Fantastic Beasts.
Yes.
That's probably the most recent thing.
He was good in there. I don't know. I couldn't get into Fantastic Beasts. I liked it.
What I think, though, with not to cut you guys off,
go ahead.
I think with him being well seasoned, being Jack Sparrow, as we all know, but also knowing how to do the gangster stuff.
Yeah.
like he did as Whitey Bulger in Black Mass.
That's true.
You combine those, those two kind of characters in one. I think you got yourself a Joker.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. And MCU. This is a scoop from Mikey Sutton, the insider, Joy Franchize. X-Men. This is possible X-Men introductions. The way the X-Men will be introduced is they will not be starting off with Wolverine. Wolverine will have the introduction, the Weapon X introduction, as he was in the proper Weapon X introduction, and they may either save him somehow from that Department K, I guess, in Canada, and that's also related to the brand new scoop that I have that I'll share later on. But tell me what you think about the X-Men. They're going to introduce them, kind of like maybe not like First Class, but definitely they're gonna have Iceman. They're gonna have Cyclops, of course, and pretty much the core team. They're gonna have Havoc. They're gonna have what's the Indian guy's name? I forget his name now.
Native American. I think it's not it's Warpath.
I believe it's Warpath. Yeah. So, let me see if I can pull up the actual scoop here while I got you on there. But tell me what you think about the Weapon X arc, doing it proper, starting in Canada, all that good stuff.
You start with me or you start with Terry?
Yeah, with Joey. Yeah, because this is your speed round.
Oh, this is my refresher.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I think we did get a taste of what the Weapon X program is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Incredible Hulk, if you go back to the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk,
right,
which is still tied within it's tied within the MCU. Just
right.
Now we got Mark Ruffalo, but in that movie you see Thunderbolt Ross. Instead of Weapon X, it says Weapon Plus. So I think we're already getting kind of that's going to be the kind of. It's when he's like finds the serum to create to give to Abomination. Well, before he's Abomination.
Right.
Yeah.
So you see the Weapon Plus. You see a Stark's Industry canister with Weapons Plus on it. So I think we're getting a tease already of like the Weapon X program. And I think that has to do with it. And I think we're gonna crawl more into that when we get deeper into Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I think Falcon Winter Soldier is gonna lead us into Weapon X, and I also think WandaVision is gonna play a big part in how the mutants come, into the MCU also.
I do like that. I like that. I like this more, down to the roots, hopefully introduction of what's gonna happen with the X-Men.
Computer went a little crazy. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's all right. Don't worry. What can we do? We're slaves to the technology, Terry.
Yeah.
We are slaves to the technology. I'm actually trying to
What
read
a
the
great
actual.
idea that they should do. So since you know how Wanda had her brother Quicksilver, right? Mm-hmm. He died. Since there's a Quicksilver in the X-Men universe.
Right.
What if her attempt is to merge them to bring Quicksilver back, and that's how we get the mutants? That'd be great.
Oh yeah, I think there's so much potential. There's so much potential and so many things that they can go with just stuff that's just in the books, man. I mean, they have the scripts written already. It's right there. You know what I mean?
It's funny because the actor from Quicksilver in the X-Men Days of Future Past and the one after that, Apocalypse, he's actually going to be in WandaVision.
Wow.
Is he?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that, a little teaser.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But I was like a little maybe, it was a rumor. I don't believe. Yeah, my insider didn't share that with me, that one. But I want to read his. Yeah.
Evan Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters. Yep. That's interesting. But I like that. I think they could do pretty much whatever they want. You know what I'm saying?
It's all theirs now. So
yeah, it's all theirs. So they can play around with different stuff. I want to tell you the lineup, so I'm trying to find the actual post.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up. You said definitely Cyclops. It was Storm.
Yeah, Cyclops, Storm.
You said Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Yep.
It wasn't Warpath. It was the other guy. It was his
not Warpath,
older brother.
Yeah.
Which I forgot his name.
Which will make sense for Warpath to come and probably be involved. later on. But it was the character that he was in the Gifted TV show,
Yeah.
and that was his first time he was in live action there. So, gosh, it's so hard to find the original thing.
Speaking of Storm, they debunked the Beyonce rumors for Black Panther.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
That was fake.
That was crazy.
That was fake. That was
wild.
That was fake.
I would have been upset, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Beyonce? Listen, Beyonce's talented, but I want somebody dope to hold down Storm. I don't think the last girl was bad. I thought she was good. I just thought the movies were kind of whack. She was good as Storm. She even had a little bit of an accent in there. But Beyonce,
right?
It might be a little too much.
Who's the actress that did like the little cameo? Was it in Days of Future Past? The younger version of Storm, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Who was it? I forgot her name. Something Alexandra Shipp.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, she played her in Apocalypse and in Phoenix. But I'm not sure who played the. I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Beyonce it's just too much. That's.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it hot. We're recapping all this stuff that we had talked about already, but we didn't get Joey Franchise's take on it. Moon Knight, Mr. Joey Franchise. How you feel about Moon Knight in general, pretty much?
I'm excited. I think they're taking the right characters and doing the right things with them. Moon Knight's good. I'm glad it's going to be a Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
Because I don't think even myself am not as familiar with the Moon Knight character. I didn't read enough Moon Knight comics coming up, but I think it's solid. I think it's all great between that, the Miss Marvel TV show, and the She-Hulk that they got planned coming out in a couple years.
Oh, cool, because they're gonna do like a really deep dive into him on he's gonna have his whole Disney Plus show. Apparently, he will be facing up against Luke Cage. And that is the inside info that we got. So, and also he will be introduced. They're gonna try and recruit him later on in the future to be part of the Avengers somehow, some way.
This Avengers movie, like the fifth one, I promise you, is gonna be an epic one. You're gonna get so many characters in this next Avengers movie.
I think so.
Yeah, I told Speedy the other week I'm against another Avengers film.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, they gotta do some separate stuff for a while.
Yeah, I think they should do like Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody has solos.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of crossover in the solos.
They definitely got to do the X-Men, or they definitely got to build up like the conflict of X-Men versus the Avengers somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need that. We want that. You know?
Yeah.
Talking about conflict, do you know who the Brood are, Joey Franchise?
Vampires?
They are like aliens, like the Alien movie. Type aliens that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are actually based on aliens. The people who actually wrote them. The X-Men.
These weren't the guys that were in the Dark Phoenix. Are they?
No, they wanted to use them, and they used. I believe in other previous X-Men they were going to use them, but they never did. Officially though, the Brood will be who Mr. All the people in Sword for the Sword Disney Plus show. That's who they're going to be facing up against. So they're going to be fighting against the Brood, trying to stop the Brood. The Brood is kind of like Alien. Like, pretty much they can copy Alien now because Disney owns Alien now because it's Fox, right? So they can do the Brood thing and even make it look like aliens. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah. And
I love aliens.
And so this is who Sword is going to be fighting up against. More than likely, that's going to be their antagonist for their arc of the show. Also, all the a lot of Shield alumni from the TV show will be joining Sword somehow, some way. We're not sure who. We have ideas that maybe Daisy will, but other than that, we don't know exactly who's gonna survive the last season of the Agents of Shield show. But they apparently are gonna upgrade them, some characters, to the larger narrative of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How you feel about that?
Me, I mean, I'm cool with it. I was never really a big fan of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. I probably caught a few episodes that actually mattered and the ones that actually tied into the movies.
Right.
I wasn't really a big fan of the Ghost Rider stuff because I was hoping they would use Ghost Rider later down the road, hopefully in the Doctor Strange movie.
They're going to use. There's another scoop that Mikey Sutton dropped that he's going to be introduced somehow back into like kind of like a Midnight Suns kind of crossover with a lot of the darker characters. Another something that's coming in the future for Disney Plus as well, which I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know how they're gonna do that there because that looks like it's a little violent and scary. You know?
Oh yeah, Ghost Rider gets dark.
Yeah.
And I like that. And well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm cool with, the agents, people who are fans of the Agents of Shield, getting to see them on the Disney Plus show and having to do something to Sword. Maybe that explains a lot why some of these, the agents have powers, or hopefully some of the people they cross within the show, it all ties in and makes sense with the Sword episode. It helps me
it is because
probably understand it a little bit more.
They have some Inhumans. I think they're going to include some Inhumans because they still have that Kree arc because of the Skrulls, because the Skrulls fight the Kree, Yeah. And they have conflict still with the Kree, and I'm sure the Kree's going to try and do things to Earth still, and that's what Sword's for,
I'm still trying to figure out who are these mythical creatures that they call the Agents of Shield fans. Like, who are?
I've been watching it, man. It's the final seasons.
Real?
Right?
Really?
I mean, I got a homie that he's really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't buy into it.
I'm starved for anything MCU, so right now I'm watching the final season. I'm watching it every week. Every week it drops.
That's all we got.
That's all we
You got
got.
a lot of bravery. You got a lot of heart.
I'm being I'm down for the MCU team, man. I'm down for the MCU
you're
team.
down for the cause hard, dude.
Real.
Oh man, let's keep it going. Talking about MCU, Spider-Man 2099 Disney Plus show coming soon. Mr. Joey Franchize, how you feel about that?
Only if it's a cartoon.
It's a live action, and quite possibly the gentleman who will be playing Oscar Isaac is who they're looking at. Quite possibly.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
I like because Oscar Isaac was the voice.
Yeah.
For that Spider-Man in Spider-Verse.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why they're just talking. Maybe
It
it's
makes
a big
sense.
rumor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how he would do the physicality.
Well,
I mean,
there's some things you got to do.
It would definitely do him a service to play this character. Where I'm sure a lot of Spider-Man fans, would love to see have his own situation, especially after the bomb that Apocalypse was and the way that character looked. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, he looked terrible as Apocalypse.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to talk about that. Anyway, that's a skipper.
But it's cool if Oscar Isaac is on board. I'll give it a shot. But I think I like it better as a cartoon.
Yeah. Okay, so talking more about the Spider-Verse in general, insiders Mikey Sutton says that Sony is working with Marvel on doing a full live-action Spider-Verse something, and they are in current talks with Kristen Dunst to reprise her role as Mary Jane. How you feel about that?
I'm not hyped.
No,
I can't buy into the live action.
What they say is they say that a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for the original Spider-Man movies, at least the first two, and that's what they're trying to pull on there.
Yeah, people had nostalgia for the Aunt Jemima maple syrup too. It doesn't mean we should put it back.
Right. Facts.
Aunt Jemima was garbage anyway. That was the stuff you bought when you had everything else was gone. Let me just get these. Anyway, I digress. Nova, the character Nova, will finally be introduced into the MCU. Quite possibly in the Sword, as part of Sword, in that narrative. Sword. Apparently, the Disney Plus show with Nick Fury and Sword is going to be like really big, because they're going to do the Nova, and they're also they're going to talk about how he survived, from to talk about how he survived the Thanos attack, because the whole Nova Corps was destroyed. Obviously, we saw that. Well, I mean, we assumed that off camera because he got the stone, and I'm sure the Nova Corps are just going to give it away. So
yeah. So we'll see possibly see another appearance of Thanos.
Possibly, I think
probably
for a backstory.
they got a flashback. Yeah, they got a flashback. What happened? How he killed everyone, right? I mean, because
we might get a young Thanos in Eternals.
I don't know, man. Now we're messing with the
That's
timeline,
true.
man.
That'd be awesome.
Have you ever read the Annihilation storyline on the comic books, Joey?
No, I didn't get to. No.
Well, it's has to do with the negative zone, which is like in the Fantastic Four kind of stuff. But Annihilus, he's like a big cockroach like looking alien. He has like a whole bunch of a big army in the negative zone, and he invades the real universe, and he starts destroying, taking over and destroying worlds, world by world, until he goes all the way to Earth, and they have to make a final. The whole universe has to make a final stand at Earth.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's the story that they're working on as far as Sword is concerned, and the introduction of Nova. How you feel about that?
Whew,
Told you it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. One way or another, I think. Nova they need to definitely like fast track a Nova solo movie or TV show or something of that sort. How they do it,
Yeah.
I mean,
It looks like they want to introduce him in the Sword thing. So
yeah, which is cool because now that I think ever since Fury was made aware of Captain Marvel, I think he's always been dabbling in space.
Yeah.
So, and I think on numerous occasions, you could tell now that you go back and watch, having all this time being home, you go back and watch some of these MCU movies like Age of Ultron, like you pay attention to little details that were in Captain Marvel,
right.
where he said he only eats toast if it's cut in on diagonally. But in Age of Ultron, he was cutting toast like in half, like straight up.
I'm sure they're gonna do something with that. You'll see. We'll see. And
So,
we'll be like,
so,
there
so
it
it
is.
makes you wonder, like Fury's been in space probably this whole time. Well, since Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Possibly. Yeah.
that's a good point.
I believe so.
I didn't even think about that.
Actually, they need to talk about what Captain Marvel has been doing all this time out in space, because technically the Nova Corps is gone. She's the Nova Corps now. Well, all that time that whatever 4 or 5 years, whatever it was.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna are we ever gonna get a Captain Marvel? Are they gonna cover that quickly? Are we gonna get a Captain Marvel movie in the present?
I think they're
don't
gonna
see
do.
another
I think that's
Captain Marvel film.
Yeah,
That
no,
quite-
I think they're done with the past stuff. They're gonna do present day Captain Marvel for the second one.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they want to talk about that, and I think they want to. I believe one of the rumors is that they're going to introduce Adam Warlock and a whole bunch of other Marvel Galaxy characters in the next Captain Marvel, and a lot of it's going to be what she was dealing with in those 5 years in space.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with like within that period.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to like 19.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to do
Right.
that. No. I think it is going to touch those 5 years. But I think it'll also come back to after Thanos too, something that she's got to deal with later.
I think
know
a
what I'm
post credit.
Yeah.
I think a post credit scene, and I like that idea. And then post credit scene, fast track it to like present day.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, so let's get into some Star Wars. It was so much Marvel stuff, and even DC too, and there was also Star Wars stuff happening. And I know how you feel about Star Wars, but I'm still gonna hit you up with it anyway. A bunch of Mandalorian casting happened. They cast Timothy Olyphant, who was in Justified. Remember Justified, the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in a bunch of other TV shows. He's a pretty famous actor, and he is cast in an unknown role. Quite maybe a smuggler or something like that. Katie Sackhoff, who she was in Battlestar Galactica. She was Starbuck, and she also voiced one of the characters in Clone Wars. I believe one of the Mandalorians, the princess or the princess's sister. I forget her name now, and she's reprising that role in Mandalorian.
Oh yeah. I did peep that. Answer me this real quick. Are the cartoon Star Wars movies attached or TV shows attached to the timeline of the real life?
Yes, it is. And if you have,
That's so wild.
If you wanna see something wild, you need to see the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars, which is the Siege of Mandalore.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a great time, man. It was a really well done. Those last 4 episodes of Clone Wars, the last season. Go watch it, man. You'll enjoy it. Especially if you like
It's
Ahsoka.
on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus right now. You go watch it. You could binge it right now.
I'm in the process of watching it. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, you gotta catch up. You trying to watch everything though, Tarek. Yeah, you're watching all the filler ones. I'm trying to give you the
I'm trying to
shortcut.
get through the whole thing, man.
Rosario Dawson has rumoredly been cast as Ahsoka Tano for Mandalorian. How you feel about that?
I'm cool with that. I'm all about Rosario Dawson. She's awesome.
There was backlash by the fans that wanted to cast the actual voice of Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars as the live action actress for Ahsoka Tano, and some people are upset about that. How you feel about that? Think they should have kept to give her a chance, give her a shot. She's kind of small. Have you seen her in real life?
Yeah, I mean, listen, voice actors are voice actors. I mean, for them to that's like people wanting, the cartoon animated series Batman. I always forget his name. But like him doing like live action. But he's
Yeah.
considered one of the greatest Batmans of all time, and it was
Right.
just his voice that
Yeah.
made him that.
I know he did that. He did that like evil Bruce Wayne in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it was okay.
I think, that was cool. Like that's cool. That's cool fan service.
Yeah.
Like you can do that with a voice actor to give like fan service. Like, oh, that's so and so from
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Kevin Conroy, is that
Yeah.
what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's
Kevin
what we're
Conroy.
talking
Yeah,
about.
Kevin
Sorry.
Conroy. Yep.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
I
Thank you.
I think some of the TV guys or voice acting guys should stick to be there. I think fans shouldn't ask for as much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tamura
In that sense.
All right. Tamura Morrison, the gentleman who played the clones, and was not Boba Fett, but was Jango Fett?
Jango Fett.
Yeah, Jango
Yeah.
Fett. He will be playing. Rumoredly, he will be reprising Boba Fett for the Mandalorian.
Playing Boba Fett from okay.
So apparently, Boba Fett is somehow going to survive.
He survived
the,
when he got eaten in
Return of Jedi. Yeah.
in Return of Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He survives definitely in the comic books world. He
Yeah,
survives.
yeah. Well, that was the
That was
pre Disney. So that's
Yeah.
all Legends, not canon right now. So,
but I also think that he was in some of the video games. Was he not?
Oh, some of those are still kind of like not canon either.
Yeah.
With a big quotation marks. but I think that people who are doing the Star Wars now, I think they really like a lot of the old canon stuff, especially the way they reintroduced Grand Admiral Thrawn. They're gonna base a brand new TV Disney Plus show on the Grand Admiral Thrawn and a lot of Star Wars Rebels characters. How you feel about that, Joy Franchize?
Sign me up for like more Star Wars stuff. I mean, especially on the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of this stuff is like there's a lot. I think there's a lot of stories to tell within the Star Wars universe. Like so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, and it gives great
God.
Disney Plus content. Just kind of in that same realm of what the MCU is doing. So I'm for that. You know what I mean? It just gives us, something to really grasp onto and really understand. I think Mandalorian. I mean, the story is in the first season was amazing. Like I thought it was well put together, and I think we need more shows like that highlighting some of these dope characters and stories that are existing in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. So the gentleman who's behind all that, one of them, the Clone Wars and the Rebels, Dave Filoni, he's going all in, man. I think he's the new, he's the man to take over for George Lucas. Actually trained by him. The Clone Wars, the beginning of the Clone Wars was actually directed by George with his instructions to Filoni. So you know what I mean. Like Filoni knows what George wanted. You know what I'm saying? He's like a disciple. Yeah, definitely. He's probably the closest to a disciple of any. And we'll see what happens, man. I expect good things, especially for the second season of Mandalorian. I'm ready. I want to see it now. Let's do, because, I like to put a fork in things that are dying. Swamp Thing is going to CW Season 2.
So from the Disney, the DC
universe.
App,
we jump from Disney to
goes
CW.
From that DC app, it's going to CW now?
That's right. They decided it might have enough, demand for regular TV. How you feel about that?
I think they should just scrap that whole DC thing up, anyways. I mean, I think
That's
they should throw those.
I think the app is DOA.
Throw Titans on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And throw Swamp Thing on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Swamp Thing looked good. Like the way it was shot was really good. And it's a dark tone show, and I think it would fit well on HBO Max. Like we need more like these DC shows that are actually solid, to be, put on in places where like they can be seen by, a majority. You know, like
they say
more,
that Stargirl show
like
is
more the
really,
masses. You know.
right. They say the Stargirl show is really well. The one that's on CW right now, and you can also stream it, I guess, on you can also do it on DC Universe as well. You can watch the episodes too.
Yeah,
At
that's
the
on
same time.
YouTube TV also.
Oh yeah, so it's all over. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's good. So I hear a lot of people talking about it. I haven't got into it yet though. So the topics for today, or actually the ones that you guys missed because I did a show by myself last week. I just talked about them because they were breaking news. But you can both, of course, you can chime in on these. We already talked about the new Joker in the Batman movie. The PS5. Did you see that whole reveal for the PS5? How you feel about it? Are you excited?
Man, take my money.
Take your money. You're gonna drop that $6 bills, $5 bills?
My boy said it looks like a Nissan Maxima.
Yeah. It looks like something from that you would buy at the Apple Store.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I mean I'm glad. I like the games that are coming out for it.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm excited for it. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Which we learned too from that game. Like it's not a direct sequel,
Right.
To the Spider-Man game. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
But it does exist in that universe. So it picks up to when, if you play the game, spoiler alert, if you play the Spider-Man game, it picks up right after when Peter sees that Miles shows Peter that he has those abilities.
I really I enjoyed the whole thing. I watched most of it for the most part. I even enjoyed the games that I probably I wouldn't like. Like the kiddie games, They
What they got? Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, they announced a bunch of stuff
right there.
Ratchet and Clank.
They announced this one game. I missed the name of it, but it was like reminded me of Twisted Metal.
Okay.
Something like that, or maybe it was like a successor for Twisted Metal or something. But I kind of like that.
I heard there was a rumor that Parappa the Rapper was gonna come back for PS5.
Oh man, Parappa the Rapper! I wasted so much time in the
classic.
video game store playing that game. Oh my god!
Punch, kick. That was awesome. No, but I like 2K too. Also the NBA 2K1 looked good. The trailer.
They didn't show no gameplay though. They just showed the trailer. That's right. They didn't show no.
Huh?
They didn't show no gameplay for that, right?
No, yeah, they did. They show gameplay.
Oh, okay.
Like Zion Williamson or whatever, like practicing in a gym by himself, sweating and stuff like that, and you see the sweat dripping off. And
You're right.
Was it Dirt 5? Was the game, Speedy?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that sounds right. I don't think it's related to Twisted Metal, so I want to clarify that. But it's like a demolition derby, shooting everybody, knocking people out game. Other vehicles.
So when is it dropping? It's coming out on Christmas.
I don't know. They haven't announced a date yet, I haven't seen an official announcement for a date yet. All I saw was just a little bunch of teasers, and that was it. Yeah.
They're like, let's see what the demand is, and it will determine it.
Talking about trailers.
Well, it's good. I mean, it's really got some tough competition because I heard the Xbox is supposed to be really good too.
Yeah, but that Xbox is big and ugly.
I don't like how it looks like a
It'll
tower.
literally fit. Yeah. It'll probably fit right here where I have an old space in my desk for like an old computer tower. It'll probably fit there.
No, I'm going all in on PlayStation this year, so I'm going PS5.
Yeah, you investing?
Yeah, I'm investing.
Me too, man.
They're gonna catch my money.
Yeah.
This is a leak, but I don't know if it's official. Amazon France had it listed. The release as November 20th.
Oh, well, that
sounds
make
right.
sense.
I mean, they say holiday season.
Yeah, that would make sense. Trying to take people's money in the holidays. Yeah.
Listed at 499 euros, which is, I think, 37,000 American dollars.
Well, yeah, that might be wrong.
Exchange currently is.
Then again, the world is ending, so
Yeah.
Right. But let's up the prices on these consoles.
Yeah, sure. Make this money while we're still alive.
While you're alive.
Before the zombie apocalypse.
Can't take money with you on the way out.
Before the zombie apocalypse happens, Star Wars Squadrons, brand new Star Wars video game. They dropped the trailer for it. They dropped the gameplay trailer for it. It's a 5 versus 5 squadron-based game. You can fight against people, get your squadron together. It's pretty dope. Invite everyone to go check it out on YouTube or wherever you follow EA Star Wars. What do you think about that,
EA?
Guys? Yeah, EA.
Is it EA's making it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really suck at the flying of the plane, the ships and all that.
Well, apparently,
I'm terrible.
Apparently, it's more of a in a cockpit kind of simulator.
Yeah, I'm terrible at the cockpit, man. When it comes to flying these joints, man, I'm terrible. So I'm not with it. I'm all for Battlefront.
Yeah,
I can't rock with the squadron stuff.
Yeah, I'm okay with Battlefront. And I'm okay with the X-wings versus TIE fighters and that too. But I also enjoyed watching this, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Get the game probably, and probably even get the because it works for the virtual reality joint. So I'm gonna get the PlayStation virtual VR thing so I can go all in. You know.
I had the VR and it was cool, but there just wasn't enough
Yeah. No.
like games for me to really be
this broke
really that deep into it.
Yeah,
But the Creed game was good for VR. Like currently now, like Creed is good, and the Batman was cool, but I wish there was more to it than what the
No,
you know they
I'm
offer.
doing the VR for this one definitely because I have the Star Trek one too, and that one's supposed to work with VR, but I've been just playing with the the controller. It's fine, but I'm already invested with one game already. What about you, Tarek? What do you think, man? You're just not there yet.
I'm getting the PS5.
Yeah. That's
If
good.
it comes out in November, I may not get that bitch till June.
Oh, so let me share my gripe with you guys.
You need to put that PS3 in a museum, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a classic, dude.
No.
It's holding
You know
up.
what?
It's the BlackBerry.
You know what? I might buy that PS3 from you, and I'll tell you why, Tarek. Okay? Just to help you out. I bought a whole bunch of video games when PS3 was popping, like online games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Games you download and put them to the hard drive. I cannot play any of those games right now because I no longer have the PS3. And I got rid of my.
Once you download it, you can't.
I cannot play them because there's a lot of games that I bought for PS3 only work on the PS3. They do not work on the PS4. It doesn't even show that I bought them in the store. But when I go log in the PS3, I can download whatever I want. So I can only play them on PS3, which sucks because back then PS3 used to be compatible. It used to be backwards compatible, and I thought PS4 was going to do it, and they didn't. That's why I got rid of my PS3.
PS5 is going to be that backwards compatible.
But are they going to be PS3 compatible though? Are they going to go back a couple? Because if they are, I'm definitely down for the PS5.
Right, that's what I'm.
I'll buy that day one. I'll pre-order right now.
Yeah.
You know.
They'll probably release it uncompatible, and they'd be like, "Hey, the new one is backwards compatible now." To be like, to get that second wave.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's my gripe. Sony dropped the ball with that with me. I invested a lot of money in games, PS3 games. Sony, I want to play my games. I'm gonna have to go to like a pawn shop or something, or maybe I'll buy that. If you want to sell that PS3, Terry, let me know.
I'm gonna keep it, man. I actually bought mine from a pawn shop. Another one.
I might sell my PS4 when this PS5 drops, and it's the Spider-Man edition. So it's got the red with the Spider-Man logo on it.
Oh, you invested, see?
With the red controller.
You're all fancy with the
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Anymore, Joey. I want to be cool like everybody else.
I was talking to this with Tarek. DC dropping Diamond distributors, and they have their own distributors now that are distributing their comic books now. How you feel about that? How you think that's gonna affect the mom and pop stores?
Who's doing what? Say that again?
DC as a publisher, they dropped Diamond Distributing, which had a monopoly on distributing comic books for the longest, forever, and now they're distributing through other companies to mom and pop stores and other businesses. How do you feel about that?
So what? Now you're able to buy comics in like Walmart.
Well, you could do that right now. I know they have a few now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have a 100-page giants that they sell for $5. They're actually pretty good. And they're actually pretty. If you bought the first round of them, they're actually pretty valuable because they will get messed up in the rack there because kids would tear them up. So if you bought some and you can't take care of them, they're actually worth like $30.
So you're saying
$40.
this new deal is gonna mess up like things for mom and pop shops?
Well, it could. Because remember, in a retail game, you got to show you have credit. Sometimes you got to put some money down, or show that you have good credit. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, I used to work for retail, and it was corporate, it was Blockbuster. But whenever we wanted to have like Japanese titles and stuff I used to work for Blockbuster Games.
Wow! So Blockbuster had its own game like division.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep. People don't even know.
I didn't have that up north. I didn't get that.
No. They closed the other ones right away, and they left us and like maybe one other open, and then we were like the last one, the Tampa Bay Mall. And then they let us do whatever we wanted. So we had like retail. We had Japanese animation. We were getting in. We were getting in wall scrolls. We were getting in Japanese games, import games, all kinds of stuff. But to set up the distribution, we had to show we had credit. Of course, we had good credit because we were Blockbuster, right? But there's a lot of these mom and pop people. It's going to be difficult for them.
Yeah, that's tough, and I really like mom and pop comic shops, man. That's where you get the good, you get a lot of good, stuff out of there. So I mean, I'm not too crazy about it.
Yeah.
So if that's gonna ruin, things from like, where I would rather I don't find joy in going to like a Target or a
Right.
Walmart
No.
to go purchase comics.
No. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we gotta keep an eye on that development. See what happens to DC as far as publishing comic books as a whole, because who knows what Time Warner wants to do, with them. Let's talk about our the topics of the day today. Mixer has gone bye-bye, absorbed by Facebook Gaming. For all the gamers, all the streamers
and
that were
Ninja was a big
Ninja was
part
a
of
big
that
thing.
Mixer stuff,
Apparently,
right?
Ninja's gonna go full-time Valorant, and he's gonna compete with Valorant. So
Wow.
no more Fortnite. What was it? My son-in-law was playing Fortnite the other day, and he got a dub just messing around. So I don't know where all the gamers went, but they definitely not on Fortnite no more.
That's insane.
Yeah. How you feel about that? Think that's a good look for Facebook, right?
It's a good look for Facebook. They're jumping on the wave.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is gonna this gaming thing is only gonna get bigger, year by year or day by day. Because I mean, like I said, I got a few friends that are professional esports guys, and these guys are killing it as far as they get salary.
Oh wow,
And they enter on top of like entering tournaments that where like the pot is like $100,000.
Right.
It's insane. It's like it's
a new
Monopoly
world.
money right now.
It's a new world. It's a new world. It really is.
It's totally different. It's totally like it's starting to get tapped into more. And Facebook is them doing that is like a huge step into like now watch Twitter jump on the wave, and other like social media platforms, and it's gonna just keep taking off, bro. Like this, I don't know why, people haven't really got the memo yet, but I'm telling you, if I get it, if I have a kid in the next year or two, trust me, I'm putting a controller in his hand.
Do you think
out the gate?
That one, Joey.
Terry, do you think that this just adds to the monopoly of the YouTubes and the Facebooks and even the Twitch? We're on Twitch now.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think these are just the grounds that we have to operate on. It's like Facebook and Google and Twitter. It's real estate. Basically, like these companies have real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to be on, if you want to store, if you want to set up shop,
you got
to be on their real estate, and it is what it is. I'm
like,
sure there'll be a counterculture to it, because this was a counterculture at some point.
Right.
I mean, there's always been gaming for years and years and years of people making money off of it. But now, with the teams and everything, I think there will be some people kind of like skateboarding and dirt bike riding, and it'll be like some people that are like, oh, the purity's gone.
Right.
But the only thing I would say about it is like when these companies do something that's off, will it affect the teams they have? Like if Facebook starts tripping from political season, are people going to then associate the teams, the people who with the organization? But I don't think there's any way around it. Like, I mean, it's good for the like Joe was saying. There's people making salaries out of it. It's good.
I started game streaming. We do it here on the Facebook Geek Culture Congress. I do it on my own Twitch channel, just messing around, and
Yeah, I think
it's all about content, bro.
Yeah.
Like the more we're in an age where content is key, and it's just another outlet for gamers to put their content on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see what happens. See what if Facebook gets that up and up. I've been seeing a lot more activity with people gaming on Facebook, a lot lately.
That's good. I mean, that's something that like me probably since because you got so many not a knock on Twitch because I think Twitch was ahead of the game a long time ago, but it's just there's so much on Twitch. What I mean? It's kind of oversaturated. There's so much content. I mean, and it's cool to like tap into something like if I'm new to it, it's like damn, I go on Twitch, I feel like I'm competing with a bunch of other guys. It's gonna be hard to kind of get those numbers up.
Right.
Whereas if I go to like a Facebook that's starting their own game and think like, man, I can start fresh and create my content there and get the followers that I have already, which is over like 5,000 people following me on, Facebook, my personal page, and I'm like broadcasting games, get a good percentage of that.
Right.
And I got myself a nice little channel.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's definitely the wave of the future, man. It's the wave of the future, especially with the DJs streaming right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see I got a lot of homies that DJ on Twitch too, which is really dope.
It's gonna be sad though when it gets cracked down. They're gonna crack down on that.
Yeah, it
Yep.
sucks, man. Those copyright,
Yeah.
those copyright
I
laws
invested in
are
Mixcloud,
insane.
man. I go live on Mixcloud, and I on everything
It's,
I put
it's
follow go to the
funny.
Mixcloud.
My girl was DJing on Instagram Live, and she was like, got mad because she doesn't know about the copyright
Oh
stuff, so
yeah.
they got like Instagram like shut her down because
Mm-hmm.
she's like practicing DJing since we've been like quarantined,
Uh-huh.
and she's decided to go on live, and she's actually gotten a lot better with the mixing part.
Yeah.
So she went on live, and then the copyright like shut her Instagram down, and she was like, "What the hell just happened?" And like start freaking out.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Mixcloud, baby. Mixcloud. Tell everyone about Mixcloud.
Yep, Mixcloud is live, man,
Yep.
and
Mixcloud for the
I
DJs.
think I just started peeping that recently, like how dope, like you can do the live mixes there, and you know you don't get flagged or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll come to a point where like these large companies decide to pay publishing. Like, you know, we work in radio. You got to pay. I know some nightclubs even have to play BMI ASCAP
Right.
in order to play.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll, because this is new to them. Like all these DJs, all the DJs and everybody doing this. So maybe it'll come around and be like, okay, maybe we need to just pay these publishing rights.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, if I had a
I honestly
competitor,
think I'm not to cut you off, Speedy. My bad,
No,
but
it's
like
okay.
I think there should be licensing for DJs.
yeah, there should be that. There is.
Like we should all be licensed to DJ. Like Speedy and I, you know, should be qualified to stream live on an Instagram
Right.
and not get flagged for anything like that.
I go to, it kind of works like the way the nightclubs work, Joey. So what it does is they try and hit up the people who are actually making the money. They hit up the nightclub, not us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how they're gonna sue us for what? You know, what do we have? You know what I mean? Unless we're like Jazzy Jeff or something like that. You know what I mean? That has we have a lot of assets or something. You know, or we're you know what I mean, making millions of dollars. You know, but then that's only a handful of DJs.
Up back there, might be worth something.
I do got some stuff back here. We'll do that on another show. It'll be a Speedy Junior Showtime. What they used to do that in kindergarten? Showtime, yeah. You bring something in. Huh?
Don't tell me. It might come from those comic books, Speedy.
Oh yeah. They gotta find me first. The last thing, I know you gotta go, Tarek, so you can chime in really quick. Michael Keaton is in talks to return to the DC movie universe. Apparently, they're trying to get him to reprise his role as Batman in the upcoming Flash movie. That is the rumor. That's not Mikey Sutton's rumor. That's some other rumor that's been out there that recently today hit the webs. How do you feel about that, guys? Tell me. Do you think we're gonna get our Batman Beyond?
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Yep, take my money.
Do you think it's confusing to people who are, you know, if the Snyderverse drops and it does well and?
Well, I'm
We're talking about the Ezra
yeah.
Ezra I forgot his last
Ezra
name.
Miller.
Yeah. It's his Flash movie, not no CW, none of that.
So yeah, so they're gonna do Flashpoint. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman of all time. For nostalgic purposes, I'm all on board. Like I think it's really dope. I think it's a good full circle type of thing. Because I was mad when, and R.I.P. to Joel Schumacher, who passed away today, who did Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. You know, we didn't get to see Michael Keaton keep going as Batman because of creative differences or what have you. I think it was a scheduling conflict. Or,
something like that.
It was, I forgot the story was, but it's good to see him come back and at least reprise the role of Bruce Wayne or you know, or like I said, like you said, like maybe like give us the Batman Beyond vibes. I don't know how far Flash is gonna travel in Flashpoint, but I'm all for Michael Keaton reprising Batman.
I do have one more. How you feel about it, Tarek? I got one more thing.
I'm here for it. I'm wondering if they do Flashpoint if he's going to be Thomas Wayne in that alternate reality Batman.
I kind of like that.
That'd be a great. I would love to see. Yeah. That. I don't necessarily need to see him as Bruce. I'm with Speedy. That was definitely my favorite Batman. I mean, all praises due to Christian Bale or whatever. But I think Michael Keaton was a great Batman, and I would. If they bring him in and he's Thomas Wayne, I think that's dope. Even if he's a different Bruce Wayne, that's cool. But I think putting him as Thomas Wayne will be even more dope. I don't know if you guys ever seen Birdman. Like he was great as Birdman.
Oh no, he's a great actor. Yeah, so you know, I mean. Yeah, and his Bruce Wayne is classic. Just his reprisal of Bruce Wayne is classic. You know what I mean?
Dude, I get chills whenever I watch Batman Returns and like the opening credits when like he's just sitting down in this chair like this and then the light goes on and he just gets up
Mm-hmm.
Chills every time.
Yeah.
That's Batman.
The last scoop that I want to share with you guys is the Alpha Flight scoop. Okay, Alpha Flight apparently is going to get. I'm going to read the whole scoop to you. This is from Mikey Sutton. In the snow, they have him surrounded, a savage creature with claws. It has also to do with the Hulk and Wolverine as well, okay? Which is probably the bigger story of the scoop. After Weapon X is liberated from Department K by the X-Men, he participates in one of their missions but doesn't join the team, as he has reported earlier in an earlier scoop, which we talked about earlier. Logan is still a wanted man. He is considered government property, and therefore the country's own Avengers, named Alpha Flight, are sent to hunt him down. Vindicator, Northstar, Aurora, Puck, Sasquatch, Shaman, Snowbird. But trying to net Wolverine is one thing, a major problem. Unfortunately, there is also an incredible problem. Alpha Flight are caught in the crossfire as the Hulk in Canada is in Canada as well in full rage mode. Marvel Studios doesn't think Alpha Flight has the makings of a cinematic franchise. They are too many toys in the box to play with. Excuse me. And only enough time. But they would like to see them in the Wolverine movie where he fights the Hulk, which I scooped here almost a year ago now. This isn't about old news. Marvel Studios sees the potential of Alpha Flight for Disney Plus after appearing in a Wolverine movie. The Canadian setting will be fresh and less expensive to shoot, not to mention the cast is diverse from the beginning, even Marvel Comics' first openly gay superhero Northstar. They have the potential to have both the explosive action of the Avengers and the social conscience of the X-Men. Alpha Flight is a Disney Plus show after a little cinematic cameo. What do you think?
Reaching.
Think there's a audience for Alpha Flight?
Maybe in Canada. No disrespect, but
there's probably a lot of Canadians watching the Checkpoint live. They're gonna take over the chat.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm off. I mean, I think it's a little too much. We haven't explained mutants yet, and I think to just throw Alpha Flight in there, or at least
I think
I
think they're still gonna do the X-Men.
But
way before they do Alpha.
What happened?
I think they're gonna do the X-Men way before they do Alpha.
No, that's cool. But like, I like the idea that Marvel's been rumored to be doing with the whole introducing Wolverine in a Hulk movie, and Wolverine, because we've seen the Wolverine Alpha Force thing on the cartoon on the X-Men series, the old animated series, where they try to catch him in the woods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think a cool tease to Alpha Flight would be like them without their powers, maybe.
Yeah.
Or just hint, Easter egg the name and the team trying to capture Wolverine, and Hulk is involved.
Right.
But as far as them like running around with their powers and things like that, and the big, the woolly mammoth looking guy or big looking dude, like running around, like I just can't buy it yet.
What do you think, Tara? Can it be done? Should it be done?
I think my creative side says they should do this with Deadpool.
Deadpool?
They should introduce Alpha Flight with Deadpool. That way he can kind of get out the kinks, and we can learn some stuff about their personality without having to be too invested in these new characters. I will say this: sometimes when you do new characters that people aren't overly familiar with, it can turn out really well.
Right.
It can turn out really well. But it's almost like
Guardians of the Galaxy, for example.
Yeah, right. Do we want to see Wolverine without the X-Men or without any X-Men? I don't know. It's even the description kind of sounds like the original X-Men Origins, where he was with some team and then they went.
I think that's what they're trying to aim for.
Huh?
I think that's what they're trying to aim for, to keep the.
Yeah, and that brings back bad memories. I think they should. Who knows? It could be good. I'm with you, Joey. I don't know how they're gonna do that Sasquatch, cuz. It's gonna look like the Jack Link's Bigfoot.
It's gonna look like another Hulk. It's gonna look like a Sasquatch Hulk. That's what's gonna look like.
That's rough to explain, and I think, like, to piggyback off what Tarek said, I think it'd be cool for like a Deadpool movie, just for the simple fact that they did do the X-Force, and and I mean it was short lived for it was only for like 5 minutes, but it shined light on it. So I think it's something if they do something of that nature involving Wolverine, I think they should shine light on it, because at this point, like Tarek said, like how many of us really want to see Wolverine right now by himself? Because we're gonna hold it to the same standard as Hugh Jackman, and there's nothing beating the Wolverine movie, which was second to X-Men Origins, or Logan. Yeah. I'd rather see Wolverine be recruited in X-Men and be X-Men, and I I don't think Wolverine should have a standalone movie going forward. If it's not Hugh Jackman, I don't want to see it.
I reserve judgment. I don't know. I think I like the introduction. They're trying to stay true to the roots, the comic roots. I'm afraid that it might be too much. I'm always afraid of that. I feel like the second this fourth phase or whatever we're going into. I think we're just gonna lose a lot of people, and then Marvel's gonna be like maybe not something like, oh yeah, they're still doing those movies, or those shows. You know what I mean? Like the regular fans that don't follow the books maybe or don't don't appreciate the history. I think that we're gonna leave them by the wayside. I think there's gonna be just too much for them to follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I reserve judgment. Stranger things have happened. It's been around 20 years, so
I think
or
that
10 years,
Disney
should I say?
is, definitely like we need something to put on here that's original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're like, all right, at some point, people are gonna get tired of watching Big Hero 6 and X-Men the animated series. Once Terry finishes Clone Wars, is he gonna cancel? So, I think they're just
new content. It's a content-driven industry. You got to keep putting out stuff. Yeah. All right, guys.
Maybe this might be another one that should be animated.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe.
I'm for it if it's animated.
Yeah. See,
I don't know. I think that takes away from what it is. But then again, we're doing the What If animated, right?
Yeah, What If would be good. I mean, putting them in a What If episode, that's solid too.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. A bunch of exciting stuff just happening all over the place in gaming, and for Marvel, for DC, comic books,
it's a good time in a bad time.
Yeah, good time in a bad time, and that's why we're still trying to do this show.
That's exactly what it is.
Even though we're doing it wirelessly, we're still trying to do it and keep it live for you guys, so we can talk about, what we love, man. In this really negative and polarizing world that we live in. So, Mr. Tarek Lewis, tell them what's going on with you, where they can follow you at.
I'm on Instagram. My name is Tarek, and on Facebook, I'm not going to be anywhere because apparently it's too dangerous. So
don't check in nowhere. And masks are mandatory now in Hillsborough County. Just to let you know.
Yes, I saw that.
In case you guys
I'm
didn't
ready.
know that. Yeah. You ready? Nice. I'm ready. I got so many different masks. It's crazy. Anyway, Joey Franchize. Let them know how they can keep up with you.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Joey Franchize, and tap in with me also on Wild 94.1. I'm actually on right now, so I'm about to go head to do my show.
Don't share the radio magic,
so yeah,
okay?
Listen and I'm here hanging at the crib.
Nice. Of course, you can follow my nocturnal life, my non-existent nocturnal life as a DJ at DJ
Nocturnal life in the attic.
Yeah. You can see my lives that I send everyone to Mixcloud, there, and of course, Geek Culture Congress, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the Instagram. Joey Franchize runs the Instagram for us. It's at Geek Culture Congress. The Facebook page is where I put a lot of scoops as they happen from Mikey Sutton and others. At Geek Culture Congress, 3 words on Facebook. Look us up, give us a like, and follow us. We will have an exciting announcement about Tampa Bay Comic-Con coming soon. I'll tell you guys, we're going to have a panel. That's it. I'm just going to ruin it. We're going to have a panel. I just can't announce it yet officially, okay? But look for the official announcement soon, okay, ladies and gentlemen? We will be doing hopefully a live recording or live recorded show, however you like, live to tape show. There you go. Is that how they say it, Joey?
Live recorded show?
Live to tape. Is that what they say in TV land?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Live to tape.
Live to tape.
Live to tape.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a live to tape show, ideally. Okay, so as soon as I get more info and I can announce it officially, we will announce it here all over. Okay, and also July 4th, exclusive scoop from Mikey Sutton will be on all the Geek Culture Congress's outlets, Facebook, the YouTube, and the podcast. So look out for that. We'll be bringing that to you on July 4th, exclusive. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. Tarek, thank you so much. Joey, be well. And let's do it again Monday.
I'm down.
All right, guys. Have a good one.